Let's talk about quotas today. What are quotas? Well, quotas are a way for you to control the number of participants in your survey without having to do it manually. When you think of quotas, I want you to think of subgroups. So quotas and subgroups go hand in hand. Let's take a real world scenario. Let's say you're doing a survey and you have 200 participants overall that you want to recruit into your survey. But you don't just want any 200. You have defined subgroups and you want a minimum number of participants from each of those subgroups. For the sake of our illustration, let's say you have 4 subgroups: older men, older women, younger men, younger women. And in each of these 4 subgroups, you need 50 participants each so that it's balanced. 4 subgroups, 50 people each. And so you have your 200 participants. Now, how do you do this on Chisquares? You go to the settings and you define each of those 4 subgroups. So you could define, for example, younger men as people who identify their gender as male and who are aged less than 50 years, for example. And then for that subgroup, you indicate the quota as 50 and you save. And you do the same thing for the other 3 subgroups. Once you launch your survey, what the platform does is that it tracks the number of participants in each of those subgroups. So for example, the younger men group, it will track until it has reached 50, and then anybody who comes after that will be displayed a "thank you very much for your interest in participating, but unfortunately we have reached a maximum number," and then it will continue with the other groups until it reaches the number you have assigned. That way you can ensure that you have minimum sample sizes for all the subgroups of interest, and more importantly, you don't have to control that manually. So that's how quotas work and how you set them up on Chisquares platform.